Corrections are encouraged.
Can we get a cup of coffee in here, please?
Damn good coffee and hot.
Damn, damnbity, 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 damn good coffee and hot. Good morning, people of Earth. It is Wednesday already? How the hell did that happen? Wednesday, June 15th, 2022. Beautiful day out here. Feels summery. I hope it's a beautiful day wherever you are. Today, Gail Mosher will be back with me at 10 a.m. Gail was just here just about a week ago. But listen, I'll be perfectly honest with you. Kiara said she liked him. I should have him back. And we didn't have a guest today scheduled for today. So I said, why don't you come back Wednesday? He said, okay, I'm available. And that's why he's back already today. So we should have some fun. And I'm sure he's going to want to chime in on some of the things I'm talking about today. And what am I talking about today? What am I talking about every day? Well, yesterday, very productive day for me, by the way, yesterday. Yesterday on Twitter, and I believe it started on Reddit, this what is an unsubstantiated rumor that just seems too absurd. Neither of the people involved have commented on it yet, which makes it very weird because neither of them are shy about saying that's not true. I'm talking about Lauren Boebert and Ted Cruz and this crazy rumor. Listen, I would love to see it be true, but I can't believe that it's true. It's just too wild. Crazy rumor that Boebert used to be a prostitute, an escort, an unlicensed escort, and that Ted Cruz was one of her Johns, and that she got pregnant twice and had to have 2 abortions. Now, as I mentioned, neither one of them have addressed it at all, which is odd, which is the only thing that's giving me like, what the? Because again, neither one of them are shy about coming out and saying that's bullshit, even when things aren't bullshit. So it's really, really strange that neither one of them has commented on this, but it's just so unbelievable. Listen, the fact that she would be a escort is not believable to me. She'd be a cheap whore. She'd be she'd be a $20 bar whore. I would not surprise me if somebody said she was giving blowjobs for $20 in the back of her dive bar that she owns in Colorado. That would not surprise me at all. But an escort, no, she's not an escort quality person. They have to be somewhat. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know this world that well, to be honest with you. But there's a difference between escorts and cheap bar whores. I know that, and I think she definitely falls into that category. The abortion stuff would not necessarily surprise me either. But Ted Cruz meeting her, Ted Cruz, I do understand that Ted Cruz somehow encouraged her to run. Like, where did he know her from that he encouraged her to run, and supported her? Supposedly gave $100,000 to a campaign and helped collect that some during a visit to Texas. Boebert failed to disclose the 70,500 donation made by Cruz's Federal Election Commission filings. Interesting. She never disclosed money that she got from Cruz's campaign. Like, how did they even meet? Uh, it in 2009. This is the rumor. It says in 2009, when she was 23 years old, she had another abortion, or had an abortion, which is said to have been the result of her work at Sugar Daddy Meat. As a result, the citizens are enraged and calling her a hypocrite because, obviously she's anti-abortion. Very strange rumor, and it's one of those things, like, it's just too bizarre to be true. But the more bizarre it is, somehow the more believable it is in the same breath. So I don't know what to make of it. I'd love to hear your comments on that. And it's unsubstantiated, and people reporting it as fact. Now that kind of shit can blow up in your face. We know that when you go around reporting stuff that has just not been verified in any way, uh, and you're reporting it as fact. It was all over Twitter yesterday. People talking about it as if it were true. Like, how do you know it's true? Where did it come from? Well, it apparently came from some organization called American Muckrackers. I never heard of them before. American Muckrakers or Muckrakers. I don't know how that's pronounced. The American Muckrakers announced that their team of volunteers has discovered an underlying secret about Lauren Boebert. Uh, and when I look them up, I don't get much of them. I see, if you look up American Muckrakers, I can't even pronounce that name, man. Besides being early, I'm just really stupid. We're still waiting for the first cup of coffee. I get a book by James O'Keefe, American Muckraker, but I don't get anything about any organization called the American Muckrakers. Now, there is a video on YouTube from an account called the Young. Oh no, it's from Young Turks. This is not American Muckrakers. American Muckrakers Political Action Committee. That's why got to put in Political Action Committee. Now, that's another part of it. So this is definitely um, motivated by politics. Of course it is. Of course it is. I mean, how could it not be? But so all of this stuff, I'm not. I definitely would never defend Lauren Boebert or Ted Cruz. I think they're both vile people, but I don't think this is true, folks. I don't. My gut tells me it can't be true. I would love it to be true. I would love to see Ted Cruz have to answer to his ugly bag-headed wife. Yeah, I say that. I'm not really. That's what Donald Trump said about his wife. So I'm just repeating, but that he did not really defend. He kissed Trump's ass after that. So I would love to see Ted have to answer to Heidi Cruz about his time supporting escorts that he used to get pregnant. um, but it's the same pack. This is what makes it possible. It's the same political action committee that posted the stuff about Madison Cawthorn that was too bizarre to be true. If I would have told you that there's a video of Madison Cawthorn fucking his cousin's face, you would say, nah, by a political action committee, that's too bizarre to be true, right? You would have said that. Well, these are the same people, same exact people. I think I got a cat jumping around back there behind curtains and stuff. Cat wants to be on the show. And we're awfully purple back there today. Anyway, I hope it's a good day where you are. It's just that's food for thought for today. Um, Howard Stern is trending again. Howard's been trending a lot this year and a lot lately. And he's trending because he's upset about Phil Mickelson not pulling out of a golf tournament that is sponsored by Saudis or I don't know, getting money from Saudi Arabia somehow. It's a Saudi Arabian property. I know about as much about professional golf right now uh, as I know about you know nuclear physics. Um, I know that the Saudis are bad people, and I can't imagine. You know what? I know that we're all guilty here by our addiction to um, to oil and what we are willing to sacrifice in the name of cheap gasoline. And cheap gasoline, by cheap gasoline I mean $5 a gallon gasoline, but it could be a lot worse. It could absolutely be a lot worse. But Saudis have never been our friends, and a lot of politicians, a lot of people act like the Saudis are our friends. They're not our friends. They never were our friends. They laugh at us. They see us as a mark. And so Stern is pissed about this golf tournament. Like, that's the smallest fucking piece of um, bullshit that we put up with from the Saudis. We all do. Politicians kiss their ass constantly, whether it was Trump or Biden or any other president that we've had. They do it because of the oil, which is more reason than ever to get the fuck off of that brown heroin and get on green energy. Now, I know people are getting, there are so many people who are in politics who are supported by big oil, that there's a big lobby and a lot of money and a lot of reasons why people don't want to cut the tie. People want to stay on it. But as long as we do that, we are being held hostage in a lot of ways by the Saudi government. And that's both parties do it. All of us are guilty for supporting it and not speaking out early. All of us, every single one of us. You, me, our parents, our grandparents. Uh, it's a bad relationship. Saudi Arabia is not our friend. I'm curious about what's going on over there with this cat and the curtains over there. It's got me distracted. Anyway, so there's no shortage of outrage, but you know what? And Stern has always been really, really clever about getting his name and uh, involved in the news and being part of it and making it the focus on him. So, so that's what Stern is pushing those buttons. People saying he sold out, Sirius Radio, all that stuff. I mean, he's a has been. He's yesterday's news. Well, if he's yesterday's news, yesterday's news doesn't trend that much. He's been trending a lot on all social media platforms for the last year. So maybe he's not so much of a has been as people think he is. I need to send Kiara a link for the show today. Give me 1 second here. I know I am really, really shot, man. Yesterday was a very productive day for me. Invite. This is what I'm doing. Damn, I'm so fucking stupid this morning. How are you? How are you, people? Are you fucking stupid too, like me, or no? Um, where was I? So Stan may not be the king of all media he once was, but he's certainly still has a way of drawing attention to himself. Uh, so anyway, what else is happening in the world? Well, Steve Bannon is due back in court today. Steve Bannon, the loudmouth, who was arrested, charged with contempt, out on bail. He has a hearing today. wherever you fall on this whole fucking crazy world we live in, politically or whatever side you're on, there is no doubt that people with money and power, it doesn't matter if you're Republican or Democrat, people with money and power get treated much differently by our legal system than people without money and power. If I were in contempt of Congress, there's no way they would have let me get out on bail, have a podcast where I just continue to rip the people who charged me originally with contempt, showing more contempt every day on a podcast, and then let me just casually walk in there, choose whether I'm gonna come back for a for my hearing or not. And I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't even show up today, and nothing will happen. But I guarantee you, if it was me, uh, we know where I'd be right now. I'd be in some really shitty little prison cell, jail cell, um, not and with no communication. You'd never hear from me again. And that's just the way it is, man. Money and power get one set of rules for justice, and the rest of us have a whole other set of rules. I'm still on this kick about um, the Trump people. I'm trying to encourage the Trump people. Remember, good morning, Craig. Good morning, Kelly. You see the chat room has got a couple of people in it. A little late this morning. You're a little late. You left me here alone. No, that's fine. Um, Good pictures of the moon coming up. Best moon I've ever seen. Biggest moon I've ever seen was somewhere between Albuquerque and Santa Fe. When the full moons come up over there, sometimes it feels like you could throw a rock and hit it. It's just incredible. I mean, people who live in other parts of the country who don't experience that, it's very weird because you're the same distance away, but it looks a lot closer. It looks a lot bigger and a lot closer out there in Big Sky Country. Very weird situation. Yeah, I know we had good. What Kelly says she's been listening. I know people are listening. I know that by the numbers that are flashing in front of my face over here. Uh, but sometimes the chat room takes a while for people to get engaged over there, and I get that. If you don't say anything over there, I don't know who's listening, and I still don't know the the number of people that will listen. I know the number, but I don't know who that number represents. Anyway, I'm not guilting people here by saying good morning. I'm just being stupid and still waiting for the coffee to kick in. I have a show today at a nursing home, outdoor show, early show today, 11:45. So I got to get out of here pretty quick. I got to end the program, maybe 10:45. Maybe I'll do that when I end for governors. I'll just end it totally. Um, Damn, that's good coffee. I wish I could tell you what brand it was. um, so what else is going on in the whole world? In the whole wide world of things. Not much. Not much is really going on in the whole. I mean, sure you can find a lot of the same crap that we find every day. Yesterday there were a bunch of primaries. If you're interested in any of that stuff, I do enough talking about politics here. Um, Reached out to a bunch of, I don't know what you call them. They're not celebrities. Comedians are a whole different. Comedians is what I reached out to yesterday, but they're a whole different uh category because they're not stars. They're not household names. People wouldn't know them. If somebody like Kiara, I could throw names at her, and I'm not picking on her because I think she represents um most of the consumer public, people who don't really pay attention to. You can't know all the comedians that are out there, but there are a lot of people, and I've gone down this road before, and I've said this before. There are a lot of people who don't know the biggest names in comedy. So I don't know whether to call them stars, big names. It sounds weird. But higher profile comedians I've been reaching out to yesterday. Did probably sent out probably 50 to 75 invitations to people comedy fans would know and recognize as bigger names in the industry. But if I call my buddy Ralphie and said, "Do you know this name? Do you know that name?" No. By now, people have heard enough of my shit to understand that I'm probably talking about a comedian and might guess that because I've done this so many times. But like Ralph didn't know who Bill Burr was. Never heard of Bill Burr. Bill Burr. To me, in the comedy world, you don't get much bigger than that. I mean, the guy's gonna be performing in a baseball stadium in August. He is typically every year for the last, I don't know how many, 5 years maybe, has performed at Forest Hills Tennis Stadium. I mean, that's a big it's not like a comedy club where you're selling out for 200 people. He's playing Fenway Park, which for a comedy show, I want to say will hold 35,000 people, maybe more. So that is huge. To not know Bill Burr is astonishing to me. But again, not comedy fans. Comedians are not household names. So I don't know what to call them. But those kind of, and now listen, I didn't send a letter to Bill Burr if that's what you're thinking. I know my chances of getting Bill Burr are I don't know, none, 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 and less than none. At least at this point. Maybe if we continue down this road and keep pushing, maybe at some point, by the time he's a has been, then that's when I'll get him. But those kind of people. But you know what? Some of the people on the list that I sent to you yesterday are on that level. Have not. I wasn't expecting uh, to hear from uh, Morgan Murphy. I got distracted there for a minute. Wasn't expecting to hear from her. Craig was nice enough to kind of tweak her a little bit because her shows got canceled that she should be on the show. Um, and there's no way to really contact her. Her contact information is google.com. Really clever. I don't think you're really you're necessarily going to help your career if you put your contact information out for potential booking people and publicists as google.com. And she puts that out pretty much everywhere that she listed. So she's got some contacts, people like Stanhope who will put her on a show and stuff like that. But listen, it's going to be a hard road uh, to get shows and stuff and get booked when that's the kind of contact information you put out there. And most people in show business don't have direct contact information out there. I may have talked about finding dead people last night with a beautiful blonde lady for a future podcast. Just saying, name drop. Finding dead people. Beautiful blonde. Just saying, name drop. Are you talking about Erica? I don't know. Uh, let me see. A rabbi, a rabbi, a rabbi, a priest, a priest, a priest, a preacher, a preacher, a preacher, Burr at Fenway. Yeah. Uh, okay. Why do you keep me guessing, Kelly? You keep me. Kyle's here. I'm gonna bring him in now. I know it's early, and it's really early for him. God bless him for getting up. He's drinking right now. I'm never gonna let somebody in while they're in the middle of drinking. There he is. How are you, Guile?
Good morning.
Yeah, well, that's what you say.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes.
Wait, now it's 3 hours. Well, you're younger, but 3 hours earlier where you are, and you seem far more awake than I do.
That's because I didn't sleep last night.
Neither did I. Neither did I, to be honest with you.
I've been up since like 9 a.m. yesterday.
You know what? I had COVID earlier in the year, and COVID gives you some really strange dreams, and that's the one residual I still have. I'm still having the free acid trip dreams that came with COVID. Like they don't stop once you get rid of COVID. You keep having these insane dreams. So I've been having a lot of. I don't sleep much. I sleep about 20 minutes at a time and have these nightmares and wake up like I don't know, being eaten by an alien or something crazy like that.
Hey, by the way, is my mic sound okay? Because I have an AC blowing at my crotch right now.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Okay, cool.
Sound pretty good. And you got some lighting going on that background this time.
Yeah, I had it last time, but I had the window open so you couldn't even see.
The sunshine was coming in. Well, it can't be sunshiny yet. It's 6:30 in the morning.
It's shining. It's
Wow.
out.
Wow.
Yeah.
So did you hear about this rumor about? And I don't want to like make a whole show about politics, and not about really politics, but about
Go for it.
Bobert and Ted Cruz. Have you heard the rumor
about what? They're gay and they suck each
No.
other's dicks, or
There was a rumor, and it's more than a rumor at this point because it's being spread around so fast. Lauren Boebert was a escort who got for Sugar Daddy Meet, which is I guess where young girls meet rich old men. And she got pregnant twice, but once by Ted Cruz, and had 2 abortions.
Oh. No, I didn't know that.
That's pretty to me, and people are talking about it as is absolutely true. To me, that's it's so far out there that it's impossible to believe, but yet the more impossible to believe it is, the more likely it is to be true.
Well, they're politicians, so they have to get the babies for their sacrifices somewhere. You know what I mean? They're fucking blending them up and sucking them up with straws and shit.
The political action committee that uncovered this information supposedly is the same one that uncovered Madison Cawthorn fucking his cousin's face on a video.
Yeah.
So that lends me to think, well, as crazy as that sounds, if I would have told you 6 months ago I have a video of Madison Cawthorn fucking his cousin's face, you would have been like, nah, that's too crazy, dude, man. I can't believe that. And yet they did. So
damn, I'm surprised that made the news and Hunter Biden's cock didn't. I can't tell you how many times I've seen that fucking thing.
Wait, what about his cock? I know a lot of stuff about Hunter Biden.
His laptop got dropped like a few years ago, and it's just hella pictures of just his dick and shit.
How do you know it's his dick?
Because his face is in it, and he's smoking meth.
Because his face. So
he's smoking meth, and he's like, I don't know.
I was gonna say if it's just the dick, it could be maybe he's just into dicks.
No, right? I mean it was pretty impressive, but it was his dick for sure. I mean, of all the politicians' dick we've seen, I think that was probably the best one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't see that?
No, I know about the laptop and all that stuff, but I didn't know that it was full of dick pics. I just thought it might have been full of porn and stuff, but I thought it was full of like, who knows?
It was to the brim.
Incriminate politicians.
His dick was spilling out of that laptop, dude. It was fucking all over the place. I don't know. There's a bunch of crazy shit on there that didn't get talked about.
Why would you...
like his niece?
That's just abnormal because listen, everybody's got their thing. Louis C.K. says that everybody got their thing. People know. Unfortunately, people know what everybody knows what my thing is. Obama knows what my thing is, but pictures of your own dick, pictures of yourself naked. I don't know any
meth.
I should call some people up and say, have you ever? I've never taken a picture of myself naked in my life.
Yeah. Me neither, dude.
Actually, that's not completely true. I was on my television show. I was in a bathtub, but I made sure I was covered up with soap suds so you couldn't see anything. I wonder if I don't even remember if I was actually wearing like a bathing suit bottom or something in there. I don't remember. It was so long ago. But I think the pictures now in my head, I see myself naked, but covered up with soap suds. You know, the old fashioned hide it.
That's in my head too right now, unfortunately. Thank
I
you.
know. You're welcome.
I'm really trying to avoid eye contact with you right now.
Don't worry about my eyes are practically closed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Smoking meth and like jacking off on camera isn't as bad as like, eating babies and shit like they do. They're fucking sickos, man.
I know. No, I'm not judging against jacking off on camera, but for yourself, like I get turned on by me.
I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. People do some weird shit when they're on meth, even if you're the president's son.
This is true. Yeah, I think meth is not a drug. I think meth, from what I understand, meth is pretty much like doing like snorting radiator fluid from your car or something like that. It's just like it's worse than bleach. It's not. It's a chemical. It's not a drug. It has no medicinal purposes whatsoever, right? Like at least heroin was intended to have some medicinal purposes at some place or point along. Like meth is just a chemical, like bleach or radiator fluid or something.
The best drugs are lined with good intentions.
Yeah. But I've seen people on meth where I just like that doesn't seem fun to me at all. Why would anybody want that experience? Because it seems like beyond zombieism. It's just like
Hey, anything that like makes them do what they do must be pretty fucking bomb. Like
you would think.
Hell yeah, whatever they're dude, I'm sure that shit rocks, but I don't want to be yelling at a fucking mailbox.
Yeah, right.
I got work in the morning.
Yeah, they got a mailbox. I've seen that video, I think. Is it a big problem in San Francisco? Meth?
Oh, dude.
It's not here in New York.
Dude,
it's not.
I'll tell you this. I was on Market, right? Just hanging out. It was like a weekend or whatever. There was a fucking there's just a row of bums, right? Just doing fucking hella drugs. Anyway, there was this fat bum lady injecting like I saw her mixing the blood. I don't know what it was, like meth hair. I don't know. She was fucking injecting shit. And like 10 feet away, there's a cop writing a parking ticket.
Well, they don't even
That's
care.
how fucking bad it is, dude.
They don't even
They don't give a fuck.
No. We don't have a meth problem because we're too fucked up on heroin to have a meth problem. Because the heroin addicts are just too. They don't have the energy to go out and find meth. I think that's what it is.
Oh, dude, I don't know, man. That shit's insane. I could never live my life like that. I mean, heroin, I heard, makes you not want to eat. So that counts me out.
Really?
I don't know.
Yeah, we went through this a bit.
Or meth, I mean.
Yeah, I know. You named every fast food chain on the planet last time you were here.
Not even close, man. I only got about six deep.
60. Why there are more?
Jollibee yet?
I don't know. Are there really more than that? I think they're all the same. Even because I don't know the fake pizza things. I believe there's a conspiracy that Papa John's and Pizza Hut and Little Caesar and whatever, all those fake pizza places, they're all one, just trying to.
Absolutely not. You could not be more wrong, dude. I could, dude.
Wrong. There's that more wrong again. More
if you set
wrong
me up
is not. Wrong is not subject to gradation.
Set me up in a blind taste test, and I could tell you to the fucking T. I could tell you the vintage of whatever pizza you put in front of me. I could tell you which one it is.
Oh, have you in San Francisco? Do you have real pizza?
Yeah, we got some good ass pizza out here.
I would assume you would because I know there are some real Italians in San Francisco.
North Beach, yeah, there's hella good shit out there.
Yeah. So, and you still eat like Domino's and Pizza Hut and Little Caesars.
Don't ever say Domino's to me again, bro.
I never will. I'm sorry.
I can't, dude. I can't even, dude. Last time I ate Domino's, it was like eating wet cardboard, man. It made me sick to my stomach.
Yeah.
One time I ate 2 medium Domino's pizzas, and my skin went white. I felt like I was gonna die, man. I felt like shit. But I don't know if it was the sheer quantity or the quality of the shitty pizza I was eating, but I was fucked up for like a whole 2 days, man.
Wow. You know, my stepson was living with he just left recently, and he was here for 8 months or so. And he would order pizza a lot from Domino's. And I'd be like, dude, we have real pizza. Why? And they deliver. So why Domino's? He actually liked it. I was like,
Ugh.
how could anybody really like Domino's pizza? We need to have you checked out.
You raised a sociopath, brother.
There's something wrong.
You raised a sicko, man. That's on you.
No, I didn't raise him that way.
Oh, okay. Fucking no.
I met him. He was in. By the time I got into the picture, he was already off into the army or something. So he.
By the time you were railing his mom, you mean?
Yes, that's what I mean.
By the time you were beating his mom's cheeks, he was already off in the army.
All right, you can put it that way, I guess. Kiara's here right now, so we have to behave ourselves.
As soon as we talk about beating cheeks, she shows up, man.
All right, I'm gonna play her music so she can come in the room. Oh, flat Earth. Jesus.
Hello. Good morning, America.
Say hello to Guile again.
Good morning.
Hi, Guy. Hi, Mooly.
What's up?
Yeah,
You're facing the wrong way. Wait, if I face this way, look.
Wait, let me put him on this side.
It's like an album cover.
There you go.
Wait.
There you go.
Oh.
Yeah, you had it right.
Because he's not looking directly at us. So if I look the other way, we could be like an album cover. Look at
like
this.
That.
That's true.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there you are. I don't. No, actually, no.
How does it make you
really
feel?
Scary. It's very scary.
So, Kiara,
I don't like the direct
name.
You claim to be Italian.
I'm just kidding. What's your social security number?
Yeah.
Wow.
No, listen. If
I already know, I don't have.
Yes.
If somebody were to write you a check, like a 9-digit check, and it would be the same, like it would look exactly like your social security number, how much would the check be for?
Yeah.
Oh. Now stop it.
Well, you read the numbers off, and I'll double check them for you.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I've never heard that before.
Dude, speaking of weird checks, bro, have you guys ever gotten one of these like fake checks?
Yeah,
that are like
fake
that with
checks
these with this hashtag on it.
Yeah.
What's it say?
It says hashtag BW. Dude, it's so cryptic. I get them all the time, and I always look it up.
It's not from.
It doesn't say why I got it. It doesn't say who it's from. It's just $100 check, and I get it like once a month, and I don't cash it or anything. But
I would set up a fake account. I don't get them once a month. I would set up a fake account and just put them all in there and see what happens.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't like. What are you gonna get out of me cashing your check? I don't know, man. Some weird, obscure Indian scam, I'm sure.
Cheek beating is her bat signal. Is what calls. Yeah.
Cheek beating is her bat signal.
Oh, as soon as I heard cheek beating, I flew in.
That's so fucking funny, man.
Took me a while.
I think
figured it out.
I think Carl has it's not Thursday. Tomorrow they have a show. It looks like Jamie is back. Who knows with those guys? I
Carl's back. Carl. We haven't heard from Carl in a while. Hi, Carl.
Yeah, Carl's he had a show yesterday. He was looking damn handsome, I have to say. It's like his hair grew in, his color, he had nice coloring, nice lighting. Like who is this young man eating healthy food in the morning? And
wow.
Let's get back to the food though, because of eating healthy. We were talking about Domino Pizza. You claim to be Italian, although I think you're probably more Middle Eastern or something, and probably here like on some kind of terrorist sleeper cell thing. But you claim to be Italian. Pizza. Do you eat any of those?
I am not a pizza person.
Not a pizza person?
Sorry.
You're not even. I knew you were an Italian.
Pure scum.
Pizza is so. Hey, pizza
is
not
American.
It's so overdone. Every time we went to my grandfather's house, my aunt's house, pizza. I hate pizza. I eat it when I have to.
No,
when I was,
I'm gonna have to say,
I'm sorry, your life fucking sucks, dude.
You are an embarrassment. You're an embarrassment to Long Island and New York. And
what the fuck happened to you with pizza that you can't consume it?
I was molested by pizza my whole
Jesus
life.
Christ, you went straight there, man. I'm sorry to hear that.
No, I was
Jeez.
always every time we went somewhere. Let's get some pizza. Why pizza? Why not
Part of
anything
that
else?
is because you grew up in the place on Long Island that is so far out and so far north that it's practically Maine.
I think that's because New York pizza
Right.
probably sucks. The one thing people from New York brag about with their pizza is that it has good tap water in it. That's all I hear.
Not
New York has the best
water.
tap
No.
water. Like,
New York City has high-rated tap water because they have a great filtration system. But
I
the,
don't
the
believe
best
it.
pizza is not in New York City. It's in Brooklyn and the South Shore of Long Island. It's the only place you're going to really find real pizza. The rest of it is all copycat. It might as well be San Francisco. It might as well be New Jersey. It might as well be North Carolina. Oh my God! Did I just say that? North Carolina?
dude, I'm from fucking
What?
I'm from California. If it's got dough, sauce, and cheese, it's a pizza to me. Like, I don't care.
But Domino's has all that.
But it can still be bad.
Yeah,
You ever
it is
had
pretty-
Papa Murphy's?
No, I
We
never
don't
even
have
heard
that
of
here.
You guys don't know what that is, dude? It's take and bake. It's literally you show up, they give you an uncooked pizza, and it's bad already, and then you put it in the oven, and it gets worse. It's
Wow.
fucking horrible. Dude.
Do you make your own?
I mean, you could tell them what to put on it, but it's
I
always
thought
just,
I thought it was like the Kramer thing. Remember Kramer on Seinfeld had a bake your own pie or something idea, make your own pizza. It's like you can't
Oh
do that.
yes.
they
You
kind of
can't
have that now.
Yeah, they probably do. When I was a kid, and I lived in a trailer park in Florida.
This is already off to a good start. Go ahead.
I was gonna talk about Florida's pizza.
Nothing good happens
ahead.
in a trailer park in Florida.
I know
Good.
we had a thing called Rollin' Dough, and it was like an ice cream truck, but a pizza truck that came around. And if you think Domino's is bad pizza, Domino's is the best pizza in the world compared to Rollin' Dough. Rollin' Dough was like the shittiest, and you guys don't even remember when frozen pizzas, the kind you make at home, you just throw in the oven, were just a sliver of cardboard with ketchup and like fake cheese on top of it. That's what it was.
That's sick.
It is.
That sounds
Nice.
foul, man.
Craig says San Francisco has great water from the Hatchie Valley. Hatchie. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, but you gotta,
The
you gotta.
achieve.
It's a nice spot, and they take nice water and send it to that shithole in San Francisco. Yeah, the thing about San Francisco tap water is you have to be able to pay $5,000 a month in rent to experience it.
Right.
Wow.
Right. Well, that's what we experience here, except we have shitty water and shitty tap water, shitty bay water. Well, what is going on outside?
I don't know. I'm not there.
Someone's
we're
getting
not
into
there.
a brawl.
Oh, really? Why
There's a
don't
brawl always. Always.
Are you
What?
in the
know
Florida
what?
trailer park right now?
Yes.
Shit.
Wait. Before I hold that thought.
Rolling doughs.
Why do people
pulling up.
have to brawl outside in the open when they know there's an echo because they're in the what the hell is it called?
I don't
My
think
brain.
I'm going to answer your question. I don't think
They're in the middle of all the buildings, and it's it's echoing off all the buildings, and you can hear everything they're saying. But why?
I don't think if you're going to get into a brawl that you can say, "Hey, wait a minute, this might upset people. Let's go someplace where it's more
A quiet
polite
place.
to have a brawl."
Yeah,
Let's
after you
argue
get out
in
of
the
elementary
library.
school, you don't get to pick the time and place a fight occurs. After
Yeah, you do.
leave-
My
after you leave
house,
5th
6
grade,
o'clock, right now.
people don't
all
follow
day.
your instructions. They just kick your ass.
Oh.
They don't give a fuck about where you want to get your ass beat. They just fuck
Right.
you up right then and
Where
there.
where would you like your ass beat? I
Yeah.
could just like get a waiter.
Fucking
How would you like your ass beat? Well
medium
done.
rare.
Thank you. Well
Right,
done.
right.
Yes.
Well
I don't know.
done.
I feel like it's like I feel like they want to be heard when they're yelling that loud.
Of course.
They do.
Of course.
They
Because
also
part
want
of
to
it-
stop them.
You want to be heard. You want especially if you're winning in the early stages, you want somebody to come and break it up. You want to you don't want
Yeah.
you don't want the fight to go on so long that the tables get turned and you start to get your ass
Yeah.
kicked. I'm winning here. Somebody come and break this shit up and make me
I'm
look
gonna
like the winner.
fuck this guy up. Nobody stop me by calling the cops. Please, dude. In 10, 9, 8.
No,
What is
that was awkward.
Carl is saying he took some handsome bad Wi-Fi. Kick my route. I'll kick my router when I went home. No, I don't think it was the Wi-Fi at all. Your picture was crystal clear, Carl. The audio was good. Your color looked good, and it seemed like I don't know, maybe you had more hair.
Wow.
No, no, dude, you were crystal clear, bro. Ugly as fuck. We could totally tell.
Wow.
Yes.
Poor Carl.
No,
Sorry I
actually,
wasn't there
Carl
to
had
witness
some
Carl.
solid advice for me last time. He said when you start to lose the audience, give a couple hack jokes, and I took that to my next show, and I did pretty well. So
That
thank
was
you,
William
Carl.
Conway's.
Oh, William. Okay, sorry. It all sounds the
He
same.
was
to me.
here a couple of days ago. Yeah, and every time I talk to William, I learn some more stuff about him. And I'm not making fun of him, but I do have to. He had, you know, people have problems in their lives. Everybody goes through shit, but going to jail for robbing a florist just makes me laugh for some reason. I hate to laugh at somebody's bad decisions, but I tried to explain it to my wife, like, and she was like, "You robbed a florist, like, with a gun? Yeah, like,
With a gun?
What was he hoping to get? Like,
Well,
how much money do they have in a register at a florist?
They definitely got scissors, at least. I mean, you have to bring a weapon of some sort.
Right.
Why? You can go in there with like a bat, a weapon of some sort, but not a gun. But
When someone wants to rob a florist, please bring a bat.
I'd
Yeah.
rob a meth dealer before I robbed a florist. They
Yeah,
have
dude.
money. They have actual cash in their pocket.
And they ain't got no teeth. So
You ever
they
seen that
can't bite
video?
back.
There's this video of like
Meth.
these dudes from the Bay Area that are like, they literally film themselves robbing, like in a documentary style. They film themselves robbing a drug dealer as if it's somehow legal to rob somebody, depending on their status. Like they were all masked up and shit, but they're like you can't get caught for that. Like you're still gonna get fucking thrown away for robbery. You know what I mean?
Wow. Yeah, you
Kind of
know
sick
that's a
video.
flashback to evil times. Evil times. And I've been down that rabbit hole too much lately. But last night I was revisiting the Sons of Sam. That's one. My and in a way I'm nostalgic for that era. But
Your lawnmower blade days.
no, no. Yeah, well, yeah, it was kind of around the same time. I can't believe you held on to that mentally.
Sicko.
Yeah, so I could have been like William. I could have gone away to jail for killing somebody with a lawnmower blade. I could have been in California. I probably would have got the death penalty at the time. So everybody makes mistakes.
And you're just now reflecting on it.
My dad claimed to have got called into a 7-Eleven around here when Joel Rifkin made one of his kills and he saw a headless body in front of the 7-Eleven. He told that story yesterday.
Wait a minute.
So that was pretty cool. What?
Joel Rifkin.
Sorry, I got distracted because someone is screaming outside.
Screaming him back.
Yeah.
Wait,
Ah!
I'm just confused. Joel Rifkin announced he was going to be killing somebody, and they were all at a 7-Eleven.
Let me finish. Let me start over. My father worked at the Parks Department, and over the radio, he heard someone say, "Can someone come to the 7-Eleven at this location because there's a body without a head with steam coming out of it."
Steam.
And someone said on the radio, "Well, check the pulse." And then the person came back on and said, "But there's no head." So my father was like, "What? This got to be a joke." He drove over there and he said the head was so clean cut off. And he said there was no blood, but there was steam coming out of it. I don't know. It didn't seem right, but he said he saw the body.
How did he
Okay.
tie it to Rifkin though? I don't think Rifkin was a decapitator. I think he just dumped girls' bodies
I don't
in.
know. I just know Joel Rifkin from the Seinfeld episode when Elaine was dating Joel Rifkin and wanted him to change his name.
Right.
But yeah.
Too much Seinfeld going on here this morning already. I think we've overdone our quota of Seinfeld for the month now.
So I want to check. I want to see if this was a valid kill from Joel Rifkin. How do I even?
I saw a kid. I saw a fight out of 76 when I was in high school, and this one fucking hothead kid, just like suplexed this one other kid over his shoulder, or I think that was a suplex, and fucking the kid smacked his head on the curb and he went into a coma, and that kid went to jail.
Wow.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was in that
Just
gas
saw he
station.
put one girl's head in a paint can. Yeah, didn't he decapitate people?
I did not know that about Joel.
And my father said, not to cut you off. And my father
I
said
don't
he
care.
used to go to the same deli as him, and he would order like a sandwich. He was like a landscaper. One decapitation on a golf course. Wow. So he would throw the bodies at places. Okay.
This dude's got the murder facts on deck, man.
Yeah. I was just gonna look it up, but yeah. And that's crazy. I didn't know he was from Long Island.
Yeah. We got Long Island is like serial killer, like the capital of the world, serial killer capital of the world. I know there are plenty of serial killers elsewhere, but for a small place, we've got our share. We've got more than our share. We got
So the worse the pizza gets, the more murders per capita there is.
Right. People are up
I
in
think
arms.
it's the pizza. It's the tap water and the pizza.
I think it's a tap
combined.
water.
Yeah.
The best tap water in the world.
Oh
So,
my God.
Drink it.
Guy, you get into the city of San Francisco.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, the people, because what we hear is that it's like people shitting in the streets, like shitting in the streets, like is a common thing there. Do you see people actually drop trow and take a shit in the street a lot?
Yeah, well, whenever I have to take a shit, I get on BART and I hop out there and I pop a squat right on Van Ness.
I know you're kidding, but seriously, I mean, because that's the impression that every
Oh
other.
no, it is that bad.
It is that bad.
It really is that bad. I mean, I'm not exaggerating for like comedic effect. I mean, I go out there all the time and take my girl to dinner out there. We have a lot of restaurants that we like out there, and
that would kill my dinner. I would not go. I would be, but again, you seem to be very food centric in your approach to life.
I am obese.
A little shit is not going to stop him.
Yeah, no, no, a little shit's not going to stop me, man.
No, you seem to know a lot, especially about bad food. Not bad food, but fast food, which is, I guess, bad food. You seem to be an authority on non-nutritional
non-nutritional.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm trying to change that habit. I've actually been working out the last couple of weeks and fucking taking protein and.
But the impression that I have of California, it's all tofu and vegetarians and people just eat right, and or not right, but healthy. Everything's got to be healthy, and then you come along and fast food chains I never even heard of.
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. I know what I like, and I fucking I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know what to say to that. But SF fucking sucks. That place fucking is garbage, dude. But yeah, the food out there is pretty good, so I kind of have no choice. But
yeah,
but yeah, there is human shit. Like I forget what it's called. It's like UN Square or whatever. Right in front of like the city capitol building or whatever. There's a fucking permanent bum camp right now, and it's like I don't know how many are in there, but it's like there's got to be a couple hundred people, and they have like a guard, and they check for COVID and shit for a bunch of bums fucking coming in, and then but there's like a UN square with like a bunch of pillars and whatever, and the bums will just piss on the pillars like right there in front of you, and I don't know. I was getting on BART one night after a show, like I got off there and I came back to the same stop. And there was it's got to be 11 at night, and it was like right before the last train, and I just hear we hear a bunch of commotion when we come around the corner right near the BART stop. There's hundreds of people, and they're all like obviously homeless or whatever, and like the stench was it was really bad. But I was like, what the fuck are they doing? And they're all like going in the same spot, and the ones walking away, they had like goodie bags with like drug paraphernalia and like pamphlets.
Oh, they were handing out crack pipes, right?
They were handing out all kinds of shit, and
yeah, thanks, Biden.
It's fucking
free
it's
crack
pretty
pipes,
fucked up out there, dude.
Pamphlets, how to use crack pipes. That was Hunter's idea. Hey, Dad, let's hand out free crack pipes. Not for me, but for the world.
Yeah,
I don't think it was his idea. I think it happened long before he was.
I think it was a tap on his daddy's shoulder.
I think it's been a while since Joe Biden's had an idea.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I would definitely. Yeah.
Last time he had an idea,
I don't. The free crack pipes, free needles and stuff. That's not a new idea. That's been around for 30, 40 years. It's just.
I'm glad they chose this generation to hand that out. That's what we needed.
I'm curious about. They have a guard there checking your homelessness certificate. Like you have to be certified bum. Where do you get your bum card?
Examiner? They do a sniff test. Yeah, you smell like shit. Come on in. You're good, bro.
That's terrible.
Here's your
bumism.
Hey, minimum 3 rapes per day. Okay. I don't. They have a fucking stamp card. Well, that's funny.
I'm from SFDB, Department of Bumism, and
Department of Bums.
It went from murder to poop. I need coffee. Me too. Me too. I'm low on coffee already. I was gonna.
Yeah, when I drink coffee, my shits are murder. It's pretty fucking bad, man.
Yeah, that's why I don't drink coffee anymore. One of the reasons. I'm already triggered by these coffee beans. I don't need to be drinking coffee to want to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
The coffee beans.
Every day you bring poop to the surface.
But every time I look at them, I'm like, wow, it'd really be nice.
So let's go with a different background.
No, but I don't like the creepy storage room background.
Well, use this one. How about this one?
No.
Oh, that one's no good. It's too dark. How about that one? Is that better? Or this? No, you don't like that one. We could go with the Carl's man.
Wow.
That's called.
Look at that.
You can't use that.
No.
How about that? No.
I'll be
a little less
staring
poopy.
at it.
A little less poopy. You like to poop.
I do. I like the poop.
Yeah, it looks good.
All right.
Yeah.
But I have to get fresh coffee. You guys have a conversation while I'm gone. Okay. I'll be back in a minute.
All right, later.
All right, Kiara, you're the host of the show now. Let's see your show hosting job.
Oh, he just left.
What the fuck is up?
What's up? So, you're from California?
Yeah, I'm from here, and I'm from here. Lived all over.
And how is there?
It sucks. It's expensive. Gas is like almost $7 a gallon where I'm at right now.
Nice.
Fucking broke as shit right now, and
nice.
The comedy scene's kind of dry unless you can get into the clubs. And
nice.
Fuck, every comedian out here thinks they're fucking Scarface and won't fucking put you on. They don't give a fuck about you. And yeah, that's what it is, man. It's rough out here.
That's nice.
Thanks.
Real nice.
Thank you.
I like how my couch matches your shirt, so it looks like we're like a single unit here.
Thanks. My mom bought me this shirt. It says YTD on it, and I don't know what that means. And I'm assuming it means year to date.
Oh, okay.
Like some Chinese factory somewhere saw YTD on something, and we're like, I'm putting that on a shirt.
Yeah, that makes sense. I like when the Chinese have those knockoff like Gucci bags and they have like swastikas on them because they think, we like swastikas.
Yeah. No, I don't have any of those in my room.
I don't either. But
wait. What did I miss? Chinese swastikas?
No, we were talking about Chinese fashion. And, when we would go into the city, these little Asian people would follow us around and say, do you want a bag? Do you want a bag? And sometimes we would say, yeah. And we would follow one to the corner, and then another Asian would come out of nowhere, and they would like pass off you know, and we would finally get to the destination. It was a little shop, and they would move the wall, right, in the shop. A wall would move, and we would go into this tiny room with cardboard on the floor. And I was like, no, they're going to kill us.
And
they
that's
would
where the
bring out-
pizza got to you.
That's, yes.
If
No,
you
they would-
can walk on the rice paper without breaking it, it will be time for you to leave.
But the Gucci bags that they would bring out would have like little swastika emblems on them and stuff like that.
Swastika. That's swastika goes back long before Nazi Germany. It was because I was watching some documentary on YouTube about symbols and all that kind of stuff, and stuff that were found in cave drawings and stuff. And swastikas go back thousands and thousands of years. They had some kind of spiritual meaning at some point.
Really?
Nazis adopted it and corrupted it. But speaking of the Chinese people, have you been to Union Square and seen the Chinese people doing this?
What's
No,
that?
they just stand there doing. Oh, Tai Chi.
No. They are
Roadhouse.
protesting. They are protesting. We're about to get a visit from a very handsome man. He can let himself in whenever he wants. He's lurking in the background now. I'm gonna put you in the room. You just don't lurk back there. Anyway,
Carl, where are you? A hospital?
I'm telling
like
a
you're in a
story.
Japanese
Don't be
hotel
asking
room.
Carl questions when I'm telling a story.
All right, go ahead.
It's not really a story. They stand there in Union Square Park doing this.
What's that?
And I don't know. They have their hands up in the air. So I went over and I talked to them and I said, "What?" Because they stand there 24/7 doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "What is this all about?" And she said they were protesting in China. Apparently, there are people who harvest people for food.
McDonald's. I
No.
told you. I told you McDonald's has human
Politicians.
That rich people have these poor people in camps where they are growing them for their organs. They will, you're basically just being kept
Right.
alive to be an organ donor.
Right.
But at some point, we're going to sell parts of you
right.
for food. And
Yeah.
that's what they're protesting. And somehow this is supposed to protest that. I don't look how crooked I am. I can't
You
even
know
do
what
that
was
straight.
sick? I went to that body museum one time with my mom before it was taken down. I think it's taken down in New York City. And we went in there and it was live cadavers that were dissected at different levels to show you the body.
Yeah.
But they were bodies of, I think, mostly Asian prisoners or something. They weren't, like, nobody said, like, when I die, I want my body to be donated to the body museum. They were just, like, taken and, used. But I will say that I was really hungry when I was in there because, like, some of the dissections looked like chicken, like, my stomach was growling.
They got some
But
fire cuts in there, is what you're saying.
I didn't want to eat the bodies.
They're dry
but it
aging
didn't
some
make me
people.
hungry.
You know
Yeah, but it was
what?
terrible. They just,
What happened to Carl? He was traumatized, and now he can't speak. He lost the power of speech.
He looks like he's in a really big shower right now.
Well, I always try and get naked and a little bit wet when I hear swastika talk. It's good. It's good for me. I just looked up how they harvest the organs of the Uyghur Muslims and other religious groups in China. So they're shaving these people's heads and training them off to camps. And when they need a heart or a couple of lungs to sell to a couple of the Clintons or something, then
Right.
Maybe
I
the
have
whole
a
dog
video.
farm thing
I
isn't
have
so
a video
bad.
from the Union Square Park people that I took when I was there. But if I go searching for it, it'll.
I'm telling you, it's a McDonald's meat. They found bodies on the roofs of some McDonald's, and they
You ever heard
Don't
of,
say that. Guile is a fast food
I'm
addict.
trying
You're
to
going to ruin
convert
his
Guile.
entire life.
eat organic.
Oh, it's
Don't
over
eat
for
any
me
of this
and
food.
fast food, man. I quit.
You
Yeah.
quit.
Look at
You
that.
guys ever heard of gutter oil?
Yes.
It's a
China.
Yeah.
Yes, that's from China.
Yeah.
My daughter actually told me about that. She's 7. She's
Fuck
like,
yeah.
yeah. She
Yeah.
explained what it was. Actually, it was pretty
What-
crazy.
Explain it to me.
Before Vice became a weird thing, they had an article on it. I think they're taking shit infested sewer water from the sewers, right, and then filtering it until it's kind of clean, and then make oil from that. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, they boil it in these giant shit vats,
And then they sell it
they
to us.
Skim the oil
Right.
off the top, and
Yeah.
then they sell it to street vendors and like even
Yeah.
fast food chains in China that they're
We've been
they
sold,
use
I
it.
think. I think we've been sold it, and also
it's
tofu. They were taking
bomb.
shit and making tofu out of it, and bleaching it.
Hell yeah.
So, and they were selling, shit tofu to vendors, which is fun.
Cat brings up a good point. There's no such thing as a live kid.
Is that what I said? Did I say that?
Live cadaver, yeah.
I gotta let my
Oh.
cat out. I'll be right back.
All right, go do that. You want me to? I'll pull him out of the room until he comes back.
Fresh cadaver, maybe you meant that.
Fresh
one?
cadaver, yeah, fresh.
That's what I meant. Yeah. A live cadaver.
So Carl, you were looking very handsome. You got some color. You've been out to the beach or something. You've been in the sun.
Yeah, but I think this is just bad lighting as well. Yeah, I'm pretty tan.
But
now.
yesterday
My
you had
limbs
great
my limbs
lighting.
are very brown, but I haven't taken my shirt off much, so my tits are white.
You're exercising as well. You seem healthier. Not that you wouldn't be. Listen. I don't know who's listening, so I don't want to say too much. But being in the UK is not necessarily as healthy as where you were.
Well, I think
you
that
went on
it's fine.
vacation.
We can say I say where I am on my own podcast. So I'm in motherfucking Brazil, and if you got a problem with it, don't do anything. I love you.
You're still in Brazil?
He's never leaving. He's never leaving.
How do I accomplish
this?
this?
Are you trapped in a COVID hotel right now?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I wouldn't do. I'd have a sheet and a blanket down the windows. I'm not going to be following that sort of nonsense.
I was only asking because I am.
Oh, fair. The last 2 weeks I've been the last 2 or 3 weeks I've been pretty healthy. I think I'm still eating what I want, but less pizza, less deliveries, and healthier breakfasts. And I've been.
Let's get a UK perspective on this pizza stuff.
Dude, I don't think you want to know, man.
The Pizzagate show. This is Pizzagate today.
Yeah, we have pedophiles in the UK. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, Prince Andrew.
First of all, do they have Domino's in the UK?
We do have they do have Domino's, absolutely. I have used them too much. It is disgusting. It's not real pizza.
Okay, we agree on
absolutely.
that. I think we agree on that.
I think this is Domino's like AA.
We're just.
I'll tell you how.
And Brazil, you have Brazil. What are there like these? Not just Domino's, but other like fake pizzas, like Pizza Hut.
They have Domino's here, but they have a lot of proper pizza restaurants as well, like a lot, and they're varying quality, but the flavors are very different here because the cheeses are different. I guess everything just tastes different. They're very herby sometimes.
It's a tap water. It's all
Could be
tap water.
But I always try and track down hot sauce wherever I am, and if it's not the best, we put some hot sauce in there.
Woo! Yeah,
Dude,
hot
I got
sauce!
a fridge full of hot sauce right now.
Me too.
I'm obsessed.
I don't
I
like
have
hot
Me
sauce.
too.
I like cold
I have
sauce.
a half gallon of Palo Alto Firefighters pepper hot sauce or whatever. It's so good.
Wow. Do you
I had a
eat-
man. I ordered a burrito one time in Mattatuck. It was the best burrito place I've ever eaten at, and then he didn't pay his taxes and got shut down. But while it was open, I went in there and I said, "Give me the hottest burrito you can give me," and he was so creepy about it. No, wait, stop. I know it sounds wrong, but he made a burrito and he stared at me from the counter as I ate it, and it was so spicy that I couldn't. I hiccup when I eat really spicy stuff, so I was hiccuping. I had like snot coming out of my nose, my eyes were watering, my ears were popping, and
So
he was
basically, just like
Did he
every
serve you this
morning when you're
burrito
on-
through a zipper?
no.
Get down there. And
It
eat
was
this
very
breakfast.
spicy. It was so spicy. I was like, oh my gosh, and my stomach. Oh my gosh, that night, it was over for me. I
Nice.
needed a bidet at that time, but I didn't have one. It would have been nice. with
Dude,
some
fuck
cold water.
bidets. Those things suck.
Bidets are the
Bidets-
best. They're the best.
Using someone else's bidet is so fucking gross, man. Sitting down on their already wet seat from their ass water and
But
then
why
just
wouldn't-
soaking your ass.
But why wouldn't they wipe the seat? Don't you have bidets?
Why
in
wouldn't
the
you just
UK?
wipe your ass?
Right.
Fuck that.
Well,
Bidets are
He's out.
wonderful.
He's
He's
He's all,
showing
I'm
us
out. I
his
gotta
bidet.
move.
I want to see.
We have the hose ones here,
Bro,
right?
don't
oh,
soak your ass.
let me see that one. Let me see. What do you got?
Just the hose. You just shove it up
Oh,
there, hose it off.
How's the water pressure on that? Is it like fire hose or not?
Well, it's good enough to cover my laptop keys in bidet water.
I
so.
would need a fucking fire hose, man.
Yeah,
I'm
I do
saying
use it. I have to say because I'm a mucky pup at times down there. You know, I go to Browntown on a regular basis, so sometimes I just get that thing up there. But
Yeah,
I
if
don't
you
do it
have
at
to.
If I'm going deep at home to where I would even need a bidet, I'm just gonna take a shower. I'm just gonna wash my ass.
I like
Handstand in
going
the shower.
deep. Going deep makes me happy.
Dude,
I'm
if I
telling you,
gotta-
it's life
if I
changing.
really gotta grind one out, I'm hopping in the shower real
Yeah,
quick.
you got to muck out the stables. It's an hour. It's an hour's work. Sometimes take
Yeah.
a magazine or your phone.
Yep.
I've already killed
Yeah.
30 minutes of my time pushing this thing out. I'm gonna take 5 minutes to clean it up. You know,
Chad Shank had something on his Twitter yesterday about a guy who started a fire with toilet paper. He said nobody ever started a fire with a bidet. But it's kind of weird. Somebody starting like a forest fire or some kind of like big fire with toilet paper. Like,
But
doesn't
wouldn't
seem-
it burn so quickly that it?
It would. That's what I thought. Like that stuff would go up you can't really ignite
Nuh-uh.
a fire with toilet paper.
Unless it was on top of leaves, and then the
I don't know.
leaves caught fire.
Possibly.
when I wipe my ass, I feel a lot of heat through that paper, man. It could combust at any time.
See, I used to be a wiper like you, my friend.
This is a
but
shitty show.
It just
a
it-
wiper.
but it takes too
Fuck.
much time. It takes
I
too
used
much
to be a
time.
Are you defining me right now as a fucking wiper?
Yes. Yes.
A wiper.
What are you, a washer?
I mean, I'm a washer, and
Fucking-
then I'll pat dry.
Fucking
I'll
yeah.
pat dry.
Yeah, but
spraying
then
your
when
ass,
you think-
spraying your ass like it's a fucking windshield is not gonna fucking.
I'm
purify
a
your
lifelong
butthole.
wiper.
Yeah,
But it takes too much time.
Men can't do that, especially men that that might have put on a few pounds here and there. We can't just go in there because then the whole lumps of it will just be on your feet in the shower. You've got to mush it down the drain, just like I do with meat in front of homeless people. But it's not good. You need to cook some of it out, and then you can go and blast it out of there. So even if it's a couple of things,
What's going on?
You know?
What's going on? It's hanging there. Are we talking about?
Klingons.
What are we talking? Oh, okay. All right, I understand.
Okay,
now.
bidets aren't a deep clean. Then what's the fucking point? Neither is wiping
Right.
your ass.
I think that's
If-
a good point.
I
What
would
is-
rather wipe my ass and not pull up my pants and have my ass be soaked
But-
with water. I'm
You
not gonna
have to
That's
drip
dab it
that's
dry.
why I
dry.
want. If
You
I'm
have
gonna
to
have
dab it
one,
dry.
I want it to have fire hose like water pressure, where it will knock you across the room type of water pressure.
No, my friend has one that's has like a little poopy dial adjustable thing.
I have that.
And
That's
so
nice.
now I got to take my fingers that were just on my junk and put it on this dial that's made full contact with his junk fingers, his boogery fucking balls fingers, and I got to adjust it so it sprays my butthole just right. I'm not doing it.
I bleached that once. I bleached the bidet and everything once a week. Once a week.
Once a week is
Once
not
a week.
enough.
Once a
I
week.
can't
be
bleach
every
every
day.
day. I can't bleach every day. But but I make sure it's nice, for guests. I don't think the guests use the bidet.
Kelly,
Actually,
Kelly's
I will
saying they
piss-
aren't a deep clean, right?
I will piss on your bidet. I will
Don't you
I'll pee
dare.
right on the nozzle, dude. I don't care.
Oh no! You're right.
Hey, listen, I think you're getting
You're
off
right.
easy because there are guys who would do worse than piss on it, if you know what I'm saying.
I'm gonna. I'll drop an upper decker in this shit. I don't give a fuck.
My bidet. How dare you? Wow.
Now, I want to get off the shit if we can, because this
Okay.
has been like a shit centric show, and I don't think I think we've devoted too much time to shit.
My
I
bad.
think
So I'd
you're
like
right.
to get back to dick pics on laptops, if I may.
Okay.
Truce.
Carl, we were discussing Hunter Biden's laptop full
His
of
cock, yeah.
his dick pics of himself.
Mhm.
And now you're a kinky guy, Carl. Have you ever
They say.
do you put pictures of just yourself? I mean, naked. Like, would you take pictures of for your own gratification of yourself naked?
And if you have, can you show us?
Yeah.
Sure, absolutely. Well, have I taken dick pics? Yes, I have.
Yeah.
But you don't automatically. They say just save somewhere in a folder, right? They're like, oh, they're there now.
Well, according to Guile, his laptop was just oozing dick pics of himself. Like, I can't
They're
imagine
great
getting
dick
turned
pics.
on me. Me turning
Is that
on
what
me.
is that what it was? Have they found out? 'Cause I heard there were like 60,000 pictures of him with hookers and shit.
Yeah, there was also a picture with him and I forget the girl's name, but like Joe Biden's daughter.
Oh
Ooh.
And like
wow.
same like say I think it's like a birthmark, and like on the same day from his phone they pulled a picture of her with like a bruise or whatever, and like you can reference it with the pictures on
Right.
his laptop and shit. It's pretty sick shit, man. I'm probably gonna get killed for saying that.
Sister, brother, sister incest. Is that what you're talking about? Is that what we're talking about here? Like,
Bro, incest is the fucking crust of this shit, man. These people eat babies. You know what I mean? Like these people are scum.
Yes, I agree.
The only other thing you can think is if they were sent to him, go look, we've got your pictures, so he just opened up a zip file and they've taken it from him,
I don't
trying to blackmail him.
understand.
You're fucking your sister, you're smoking crack and fucking hookers every day. The hookers thing
Yeah.
should be fine, but I guess maybe it is a political weapon, right? To try and say
I
the
don't-
president's son is being weird.
Well, he got it from his father. I don't understand how. I'm sorry if there's any ladies in the audience. Does anybody ever want a dick picture? Because I don't.
Hunter Biden obviously does.
Me
Hunter
either,
Biden.
dude. I would hate
seen.
those.
I have seen. I mean,
Yeah, I'd hate it.
I've dated
It's
a
like,
couple
ugh,
guys who did send me it, and then it was over. Why do I want to see that? It's just gross looking. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
send it.
Is that why you
send
screen
him,
capped it?
With all due respect, I don't think you've ever seen mine. Mine is a work of art. It's like
Oh my gosh! But that's what every guy thinks, and then
no.
Yes.
Mine looks like it was
I think
created
mine's
by.
gross.
Yeah.
You think yours is gross?
Mine's
You just
gross.
send her a
But
dick pic
mine's
already and get it
consensual.
over with, brother.
But
I
you
don't
do
wanna-
I get what
occasionally
you're
get
getting at
people
here.
going, show me your dick.
Mine looks just like me, except it's not wearing glasses.
It is you,
Got a
man.
little patch in the mole underneath.
It has better vision.
So you're a
is you.
tripod.
Yeah.
I do have.
Grumpy.
I mean, I've had this discussion with women where men from the waist up are so attractive. Their forearms. I like forearms. I like manly hands, like calluses. And then from the waist down, it's like I don't want to see it. Let's just close the lights. Let's just.
Me
I mean,
neither,
it's
bro. I don't want
hanging
to look at
there.
my shit either, dude. I
Yeah.
fucking hate it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't want to see myself from here down. That's why I only get the hair. It's all gross from here.
Bro,
Yeah. And
if
man
I'm ever
butts.
embalmed, if
Yeah.
when I die, just put me in the cat. Just let me wear what I was wearing already, and just put me in the cat. Put like a nice suit jacket on me. Don't look at my dick while I'm dead. You know what I mean?
when I was a nude model, I had
gosh.
the pool effect going on for the art classes, and they would sketch me, and I'd have like a turtle dick.
Wait,
And-
hold on, bro. Hold on, dude.
We've
Hold the
heard this
fuck
one.
on, man.
We've heard this one already. He was a nude model.
for art classes in college, where they just sketch it. But some girls would draw me with a big dick, even though I had turtle dick going on. They like it way bigger than it actually is, and they draw like a big 9-inch, 10-inch big girthy schlong on me when I had little Costanza turtle dick going on.
That's how old you were? You are is you couldn't send dick pics. You had to have the ladies draw it themselves.
Right, exactly, yeah. They were chiseling it in stone.
Holy shit, bro!
Yeah.
$5 an hour was good money in those days. $5 an hour was
I made
more than
$50
it was
an
double
hour.
minimum wage at the time.
I made 50, but I wasn't nude. They asked me. They would have gave me $250 to be nude, but I couldn't do it. So I was $50 an hour to sit there and with my clothes on and draw me. I was a model too.
If I was a nude model, they'd sculpt my body out of mud.
Wow.
They just fucking throw that shit on the plate and call it good. On a
Now,
paper
isn't
plate.
this better than talking about shit?
Yes, and you know what? I like the dick topic. I like it better than the poop. You know.
I do.
I
too.
think all men like to talk about their own weenies. Sorry, I called it a weenie. I'm sorry.
No, but I do think length and girth are two different subjects, and I think women prefer girth to length because length.
Well, unless it's this long, but this wide.
Oh, right. Yeah. You can't be
Yeah.
too short. Can't
Yeah.
be too short. But so mine is kind of like this. It really is. It's like
You can just text Kiara this directly, man. You don't have to do a whole
always measure
podcast
with,
about
always
it.
just measure with one hand, just this, and then send dick pics.
You gotta get the angle.
All right. You should put like a tiny village, like when you send the picture, just have like a miniature village and
Yeah.
then your dick in the background, so it
Lego.
looks enormous, like little people behind it. Like
I'm happy to
"Ah!"
say there are no digital copies of my wiener out there. I think I've made it 28 years without.
I'm proud of you. Proud of you, Guile. Good for you.
I think that's probably true of me, and I made it 63 years, almost 63 years, or close to 2 months shy of 63 years, to not have that hat going on. So
I think you just
what
tell
about me?
chicks about it, and then
That's
you.
not counting like Tintypes and Polaroids, though.
All right, no, no, and drawings. The drawings, but it was totally misrepresented in drawings. It was never accurate. And I did, to be honest, I did my best to kind of hide it, to kind of like sit at an angle where you wouldn't see the
Tuck it
turtle.
up behind.
It's so embarrassing when you're a nude model and there are like 6 girls in the class and 2 guys, and you get the shrinkage, and then you're like, oh, I don't want to be known as the guy with the little turtle dick. So you kind of like trying to hide it, like.
Right.
Yeah, or you just
Right.
work on a good pump, man. You got to keep those butt cheeks clenched and fucking
Right.
make it impressive.
Right.
I'm not a good actor. I'm not a method actor in that kind of vein. I can't really.
But wouldn't it have been more awkward with the boner?
No, I would have been.
But the 2 guys.
I would have been sitting there like this.
Oh my gosh.
You wouldn't even be able to stand up. There'd be no blood in your head.
I'd be wagging it around. I'd be
Oh
like
my
smacking
God.
people in the face with.
Were there dudes in that class?
He said 2 dudes.
Two.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
But you know,
Were they
they're
gay?
artists. They're guys who like to draw dicks.
So they're gay. Okay. Yeah, how long can you sketch a dude's dick without being gay? I mean,
Offhand, I
It's
can't
three.
tell.
It's 3 minutes. The technical time amount is 3 minutes. At 4 minutes, you're gay. But it's
Yeah.
okay.
you know you're impressive when they switch from the pencil to the charcoal, and they start smudging it around.
Pastel.
They sign that shit.
She's saying, where's Chrissy? She's an expert. Was Chrissy an expert on size? Oh, because she's got the snakes. I get it.
Oh.
I like the
Was
line
it-
that Stanhope had in the Partisan about Chrissy. About she's got a clit shaped like a mouse.
Oh, it's pretty funny.
That's nothing on New York girls. They got clits shaped like a New York subway rat in the tap water.
Like a subway rat.
They always got to one up you and shit.
Yeah.
Damn
What?
New Yorkers.
Have you been to New York, Kyle?
No, but I met a bunch of people from there.
Yeah. So have I.
Hi. I'm from New York.
You're not from New York. You're from
Long
Southold.
Island. Oh.
You're from Southold.
Yeah,
That's not
Southold
even.
is like a different country.
It's
It
like
really
Maine.
is.
You might as well be from Maine.
No, it's like it's their own. I feel like we should be our own country. Just the North Fork.
North Fork.
The North Fork.
North Fork.
Yeah. I mean, I had guys like we were out there and they wanted, do you want to come over later and we could have, a tractor race in our backyard? And I was like, but we're from Long Island. We're from New York. What are you talking about? We're not from the South. We're not.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm
Now,
going
Kat,
on.
before you leave, do you consider yourself a New Yorker, or a Long Islander? Because she's born and raised on Long Island, but now she's a Manhattanite. So there's a difference. There is definitely a difference.
Yeah,
between,
and then there's upstate New York, which is like, totally different.
That
It's
ain't
just
New York.
it's so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So last week, New York was trending because of something in Rochester. Oh, Bert Kreischer was like, "Hey, New York, I'm coming to you," and he was talking about a gig in Rochester. Like, dude, that's
Right.
not New York. That's South Toronto.
Yeah, right.
It
Long
might as well
Island-
be Canada.
How is Long Island not part of New York?
What do you mean? It's
It
part of
shouldn't.
New
It
York.
shouldn't be part of New York. We should be
But
our own
it's
Looking
state.
not.
at it right now, it's the proximity is there, man. I mean, we got all the characteristics of being a place.
Right.
Like it's right there. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's just a different culture here. We're more.
Oh no, we've seen it. It's too late.
Yeah.
It's my
What's going
guitar.
on? What's going on in the back there?
I smacked my tripod and it turned my
Oh.
shit.
Oh. So, Carl, what's on the agenda for tomorrow? Is Jamie going to be on the show?
I assume so. I've said the show's happening whether he's there or not, so we'll figure it out. I'm not gonna. There's 2 that we missed, so we'll see.
Well, Giles available for the next 5 weeks or so, or 4 weeks or so. If
Pretty
Jamie
much.
doesn't show up, and you need just
Sure, open invite. Yeah, we could do that anyway. He hasn't said anything to me. I haven't heard from him. He said at the weekend, or we could do last race, and I just did that yesterday with Jimmy, and then
I think we
we'll
need
see.
to lead a fire under his ass, and by having just a suggestion that there are replacements waiting in the wings, we'll get him motivated.
I said last week we could call it Brockman and just get Brett in. It'd be more popular anyway.
That hurt his feelings, didn't it? I usually say New York City and leave the stink of Long Island behind me until asked. Hey! That's
How
all I
dare
gotta say.
you?
Hey. Stink
Long Island
of Long
does
Island?
stink.
I
Yeah,
feel
have you seen
nothing
the-
about that statement. I feel no attachment.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Have you seen the bay? I went to go see the sunset a couple of days ago, and the bay was just brown, like just the darkest color brown.
Where you are.
No, it's all of the South Fork. The North Fork is definitely cleaner. The South Fork is just gross.
We'll be
It's
on the bay Friday night. and
But
I'm gonna
I don't let
check
the
it out. I'm
kids-
going to get video and prove you wrong.
I don't let the kids play in that water. That's where we got this flesh-eating bacteria.
And the place where we're playing on the bay is probably about half a mile from a sewage plant. That's right
Yes.
on the bay. Right?
Yes, and whenever it rains, I think it just like seeps into the bay, and they usually close the beach and have signs, but they didn't. And we went into that water, that same beach, and my daughter and I we got like that bacteria. And
And
In
what'd you do with
Batigo?
it?
huh?
Was it in Batigo?
In Patago?
The lady, she called me because she took a sample and she said, just don't Google it. And she told me what it was. And I Googled it. And I was like, and I called her back. She's like, I told you not to. She goes, it's so odd. We only really see that infection in hospitals. And I said, oh, great. And it's in our bay.
So it was
glad that
staph.
I
It was
was
staph infection. That's what-
I don't know. It got in through my neck, and I had lines all up and down my neck. My daughter had it all.
MRSA.
Explains a lot.
You had MRSA,
Yeah.
Is that what it was? Does it melt people's flesh off too? Because
pretty much.
Yeah, it cut a hole in you. It'll cut a hole right through you if it's left untreated for a while. That kind of stuff.
I had a pimple in my neck, and it went in through the pimple in my neck. My daughter had a cut on her arm, and it went in through the cut in her arm. Like if you have like an open sore, I know I have like the worst pimples. I don't know how to fix it. It just is.
You're like
but-
a walking biology experiment here.
Yeah,
Like
you're fucked up.
you really are.
I
man.
don't know how to get rid of them. I'm like 30 years
It's a
old.
lack of pizza. You need to eat more pizza.
I need to eat more pizza.
Listen, don't push it.
I need to see
Don't-
more dick pics.
Hold
It
on
would-
to 29 as long as you can. Don't
I don't
keep
feel
pushing
29.
30 years.
I don't feel 29. I feel like 65 at this point.
Me too.
I'm throwing in the towel.
I feel like I'm almost 65.
You're not yet.
I know, but almost. They're talking about taking my money away. You guys don't care about this. Carl, you should care about. Oh no, you shouldn't care about this. What am I saying? You don't.
What? Social
Social Security, yeah. They came out yesterday. The Republicans said if they take over the House and Senate in November, that Social Security is on the chopping block. I
What?
paid my whole life into this money. I took an early retirement just because I said I want to get something because I feel like if they take this away, I'm going
Right.
to get nothing. I better take or retire early so I get some of my fucking money back.
Right.
And now they're planning on. So I pay it my
They
whole
don't
life.
have it anyway. They spent it all
Yeah.
anyway.
It's funny
all
how
of them.
politicians never vote to decrease their salary first. It's kinda
Exactly.
funny how that works.
Exactly.
It's almost
It
like
is-
they don't give a fuck about you.
Oh,
It's almost
yeah,
like
you're
that.
right. Hmm.
Yeah. It's
They
almost
don't
like
have
they're
the
only in
money
it for
anyway.
themselves. You guys
They're
ever
ju-
hear about? You guys ever heard about Quiverquaint?
No.
It's a website. It's a website that tracks insider trading. And the 2 weeks before COVID or before the shutdown or whatever, every U.S. politician pulled out their money and made investments and whatnot 2 weeks before anyone knew what was going to go on. And if you go to quiverquaint.com right now, there's an insider trading tracker. You can highlight every U.S. politician, like senator, congressman or whatever, and it shows like how much money they made, what investments they made, and every one of them on the same exact day had a huge fucking spike because they all made the right investments, and every one of
Right.
them made
Of
millions of
course.
dollars.
Here's why I
Of
don't have a
course.
problem with that. Because I'm a bookmaker's son, and I know that if you're at the track and you see a guy who's winning every day, you just get behind him and bet exactly what he bets. So if that information is available, there's no reason. If they're doing it, that's fine, as long as I can see it and I can copy it. And not that I have money to invest anyway. That's why I'm poor. But if I were an investor, I'd just get in line behind them and say, who are about politicians betting on this week? And that's fine. Let them do it. But now let me know about it so I can do it too.
Nah,
Yeah.
you can't. You're a peasant. You're not allowed.
I am a peasant.
Yeah, if you made the same amount of money that they did and you had the same amount of power that they did, you get shot in the head for doing that kind of
Yes.
shit. They don't
Yes,
give
you
a fuck
would.
about you. They fucking hate you. Politicians
mean
hate
me?
us. All
They
any
call
of
us
us.
mindless.
I'm a nice
mindless
guy.
They
Why
hate
do
you
they hate me?
specifically, yeah.
Yeah,
AFC
they
would
hate
cut
me
your
for
fucking head off.
Yeah, I just think it's funny how people vote for people or people vote for politicians and shit when it's like these people fucking hate you. They don't,
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
they
at the
do.
very least they don't like you. And like when politicians don't get what they want in private, they're not like, oh, the people have spoken.
about
They're like,
Matt?
fuck. They're like, fuck, I fucking hate these people. Why don't they fucking, you know what I mean?
Right.
They don't give a shit about us.
No, they
Fuck
don't.
them, dude. They all
No
deserve the same
politician
shit.
ever said, I wonder how Matt's doing today.
Yeah.
Right.
Seriously, man.
I don't trust any of
Even
them.
if they
But
knew
I
you,
did
they
hear a
wouldn't do that.
politician say, Carl's looking pretty good these days.
Mhm.
Carl's looking pretty
Just
good.
come
Yeah,
out
they're
and
lying.
say it. You miss Carl. You
What?
can't wait till Carl comes
Now,
here.
what I'm curious about is the hair. Because there seems to be more hair up there than there was when you
No,
were
I'm balding.
in the
I'm
UK.
balding. It's thinning. It's gross.
I think it's
the
growing
light shining
back.
off of this bit.
Yeah, but there wasn't
It's
as
a
much.
bad
I
growth
could
phase.
take out
If it's a
pictures of the
clear picture, you'll see
Podathon,
exactly.
and you were like me on the Podathon. You were almost like me, and now look at you.
He
You're
got
like
a
hairy.
haircut and now it grew
Yeah,
back.
but
That's
because I
what it
had a
is.
really good camera for the Podathon. I was in HD, nice lighting, and then you see all the shit.
That's the problem with HD cameras.
I'm
You
kind
can
of in
see
the shade
everything.
here. It does look
You
thicker
gotta
on
go
camera,
down to
but it's not.
480p.
I remember when HD cameras were first like introduced in like the newsroom and everything, and you would see these anchors, and you were like, like, you just saw every pore. It's
Yeah,
actually.
it was a
Yucky.
weird change. I don't know. Did they adjust makeup, or we just got used to it now? Because I remember
I think
for
we're
the
used
first
to
time
it.
you see, you see
Yeah.
people's skin.
Real
Because for
acne.
years
I
it was
know.
just a blur.
You guys
Yeah.
still watch the news?
No, I don't watch the news. When it first came
Or
out,
read it.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry,
I
man.
don't even watch. I don't even have television. I don't
I
watch
don't care
television at
who
all.
the
I don't have.
president or prime minister is. Do what you need to do. I need to eat breakfast, take a shit,
right,
Yeah.
eat dinner, and go to bed. That's what I need to do. You
Right.
guys get on with it.
right.
I don't know. I feel like that's a total boomer thing to do is fucking watch the news and just like veg out.
You get
I don't
angry.
know. I'm a boomer. I don't watch the news.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I only everyone I know that does that is like, older.
Yeah, no.
My parents watch the news. They'll sit and watch.
I bet,
the
yeah.
10 o'clock news. You know.
Yeah, I'm. To be honest with you, I'm a late boomer, late bloomer. I'm on like the cusp of whatever came after. I know they say 1960. If you're born in 1964, you were the next generation. But 59. Most of the boomers were born in between 45 and 60. I was born in 59, so I'm on the end of it, I think. But
Late boomer.
yeah, I'm a late boomer. But you're right. Most of
I'm
the
a
people
late
my
boomer in
age are just
spirit.
they're just they live to come home and open up a beer and sit on the couch and watch the news and then
And
fall
be told
asleep
what
during
to
it.
think and feel.
And
then,
eat a spoonful of margarine and
yes. Yep.
fucking. I think
Well-
it's funny. Like you can never convince boomers that like their habits are bad. Like, like you can't. Like they'll just be like, "Well, everything's gonna kill you, so you might as well consume it in mass quantities." You know what I mean? Fucking
Wait,
my
news,
brother's like
margarine,
that.
fucking doesn't matter what it is.
My brother's really overweight, and we keep saying, he has lost a bit, but he's massive. We keep saying we're going to die. He goes, yeah, but I knew someone who was healthy and he had cancer and he died. So yeah, that happens
Oh my
too.
God, bro.
That happens too. But
Everybody
maybe
dies.
play the numbers and eat less donuts.
I have a similar situation like that, but I can't call him out on public. But he is massive too, and I wish he would eat healthier. and I'm very sad that he eats his feelings.
Who are
Somebody
you
I
talking
know.
about? Who are you talking about? Come on.
My brother.
Okay. I thought
Kiara's
you
brother. I'll call him out. Hey, Kiara's
Yeah.
brother, lay off the fucking pizza, dude.
Oh my gosh,
Upsetting
he
your
eats a
sister.
lot. He eats a lot, and please make better choices.
My brother is so deluded. He'll drive past someone in his van and he'll wind down his window and shout "fatty" at someone else, and I go, "Well, they're smaller than you."
Wow.
That does okay, but here's the thing: is being fat doesn't make that person unfat.
That's true.
Yeah.
It takes
Yeah,
one
well,
to
he
know
wasn't
one.
lying, to be fair.
Takes
Yeah.
one to know one.
Yeah.
I've never screamed at someone fatty. I've never.
I've yelled at bald guys.
Oh, dude.
Really?
Yeah, I call them bald fuckers, bald-headed fuckers.
As you walk past.
Tim
Bald.
Pool, I
yelling your
call him a bald-headed
insecurities.
fucker all the time because he's always wearing that fucking beanie. And I'm like, take that fucking beanie off your head, you bald fuck.
Be a man. Show
His
it.
head's got to
Damn it.
stink. And the hat's got to really,
I
really
know
stink.
people that wear hats all the time, even when it's hot. So what's going on? What's happening? I can't. If I wear anything other, like here, it's not that warm. But if I wear anything other than shorts and a t-shirt, I just start sweating immediately, and I'm going to sweat anyway. In a hat.
The guys in music, Zach Brown. Zach Brown has a full head of hair. I don't know if you're familiar with Zach Brown, but he wears this fucking schmata on his head all the time.
Slash
in July and August.
Slash has got the hair and the big fucking stupid hat in the summer at a festival, and he's not dying of sweat. So it's
I don't know how musicians can even wear like the suits that they wear too. It's really. I mean, I wore a sweater one time inside in December. I sang with the Mystic, Matt, and I got up there and I was in like a sweater. I almost passed out. The lights. I mean, yeah. I have to wear like something sleeveless. I can't wear anything more than that.
Yeah, I used to be. I don't know. I used to go to like hardcore shows and shit, and I would like me and all my friends would dress up as fucking, I don't know, as seen as we could get. And yeah, I've had a few times where I've almost fucking passed out. This was me in middle school, actually, right here.
Let me see.
Oh, you can't see it.
No, it's a little blurry.
Wait,
but the hair. Oh, the comb over. Let me see.
On. Wait, one more time.
Wait, yeah.
Oh, hey, one more time here.
No, go closer.
A little closer.
a little emo.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
There we
go.
Yeah.
That looked like me.
Yeah.
Take down those numbers. It's social security number was on the bottom there.
My 8949 was my student ID number.
Oh.
Not that I ever fucking logged
I
in
think that was on your bum ID card.
Yeah. My stamp card. Thank you. Come again.
So you
Carl,
dyed your hair black?
Carl, when you do stand up, do you just go like the Carl I'm seeing right now, or do you dress up for you?
I wear jeans instead of shorts and a crumpled t-shirt. I think it's just me.
Right. Well, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with that. You know what freaks me out? Like somebody like Sebastian Maniscalco. He goes up and he wears the most ridiculous.
I love it. I love
what that umpire shirt that he's wearing,
or
something that looks
it's
like.
Thing, and whatever works for that. I can't do it. I know some people that put on a blazer or a leather jacket. I'll sweat too much. It'll be disgusting.
It is
before
sweaty.
this year when my hair was a little bit longer because I'm balding and it's thinning. If I start sweating, it just becomes this fucking spider's pubes. So I'd sometimes even wash my fucking head before a gig because I was so embarrassed. But now I just shave it down. It's pretty short, and I'll sweat.
I try to dress as nice as I can just in case I'm funny. So when I'm filming it, I'll have something to post with it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't think I look too bad, but it's just the smartish t-shirts. But I'm not ironing shit. It's not. I thought about a shirt. I could do that in the winter maybe, but in the summer, if I've got the shirt, I'm going to be sweating. You're going to have patches and
Bro, I will
totally
never
agree.
iron a t-shirt, dude. That's just such a waste of time.
Yeah.
I just fucking,
Wow.
I literally I wet my hands and I wipe down the shirt like 20 minutes before I leave.
I
and
do
then
that
the wrinkles
too.
Come out.
I do that too.
You would tell me that.
Let me see. That's the one I was talking about, and his shoes matched. He was so.
No, I wouldn't. But that's his thing, isn't it? He whatever.
He loves it.
Still, he looks like an umpire, for Christ's sake.
He's a proper Guido. and he
Eddie
had to do it
Murphy looked
right.
fucking stupid in those purple and red outfits in the 80s.
Right.
But it's just like, you know,
He wanted to be a sharply dressed
Maniscalco
man.
is a big personality, though, isn't he? He's a
Yeah.
big.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
I
reminds
saw.
me of my father. You know, my father said we're related to him. We're related to everyone on Long Island, apparently, but
Related to who?
Maniscalco.
No way.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said we have Maniscalco in the family. It makes sense. It makes sense.
What? Why would it make sense?
It just does.
Was he a Long Island guy?
No, he's
No,
from
he's-
Chicago,
Okay,
Oh yeah, yeah,
no
yeah.
idea.
He should be
Yeah,
from
but, you
Long
know,
Island.
and he
could
talks
be
like
like
a
a
Chicago.
second
He talks
cousin.
like a Chicago Italian, like not a New York
Yeah.
Italian.
Yeah.
Anyway,
None of you are Italians. It's all fake. He's just
yeah.
great grandma was fucking once went to Italy. Now
Yes.
you're in a fucking shell suit talking about mozzarella.
Yes.
When
Yes. Always
even
mozzarella.
Italians
Always.
say that.
Do you
Yeah.
guys like speaking of Chicago, do you guys like Chicago pizza or are you retarded?
Yeah.
I've never been. Actually, I've been to Chicago. That's a lie. I've been there, but I've
You
never
had
tried
you never
their
had
pizza.
deep dish.
Yeah, it's not. First of all, everybody in Italy is just like they are from New York. They're just pretending that it's
Yes.
like another.
Yes.
When the immigrants came, they just left and did a loop.
Yep. Yep.
Kelly says her boyfriend wears bucket hats and Bonnie hats with long hair.
What's a bucket hat?
I have no idea. It looks like a bucket, I guess. Like
Yeah, it's like like a hat with one brim all the way
Did
around.
you steal Mike's tip jar? He told
did.
me.
He
told me
that's
to-
Mikey's tip jar. Mikey told me it's his tip jar. It says feeling tipsy on it.
When I took that tip jar, he said, "Make sure that you bring it back." And I said, "I'm giving it
Well,
to Matt."
I am the keeper of the tip jar now because I don't
No,
trust
now he's
either
gonna be
one
mad
of
at
you
me.
to bring it to the gig. No, he knows I have it.
Oh, okay, good.
He knows
Because
I have it.
he was
But
very
he
mad
gave me
when
the
I
same
took it.
instructions. Make sure you bring that tip jar.
Right. And we
need to
did
big
get
it.
tips. We did.
What I would do, and I'm gonna probably end up doing this, I'm gonna get like one of those big, like recyclable bins, those things that are this big, and write tips on it and put it right out in front of the band, like
Right.
so. Because the bigger the jar is, the more money people will put into it.
The best
right?
tips I ever got were I was singing on the subway platforms in Soho. I got like $50 tips. People would just throw 50s, 20s. I think I got 100 one time. I mean, it was great. I made $300 in tips in under an hour.
How did your jaw feel after when you were done?
Very funny.
She got paid by the hour. With
And
that.
Very
did your knees still hurt for a while?
Very
after
funny.
that?
Very funny.
She
But I
makes
will-
salary on that.
I will say that the subway dust, I got really sick from it. I was singing with this guy, and he was like, every time the subway comes, just turn your head because the dust is going to get you sick. And I was like, yeah, whatever. And I did. It was really bad. I had to like go to the hospital and everything too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking
I mean,
of tip jars,
that dust in the subway is like every 4-foot rat and person that's thrown himself in front of the
Yes.
train at 9 a.m. And brake pads all mixed together. It's not good for you.
Yes. And this was way before the pandemic, and Asians were still wearing the masks and the
I
gloves.
feel like we're heading
And I was
right
like-
back into poop territory.
But
here,
I was
and
like,
don't,
why
I'm
are
just
they
trying
doing that? Now, I was such a smart idea to wear the mask and the gloves in the subway. I'm telling
I get it now. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine.
I get
I
it.
mocked them
I'm
for
like,
years.
Yes, I'm in the hospital, and they're pumping Benadryl into my veins, and I couldn't even figure out where I lived or what my name was. I'm allergic to Benadryl, and they didn't know.
I had
It
some
was-
dollar store employee try to tell me to put on a mask yesterday, and I don't know. Like, you're not my real dad. I'm not gonna put on my fucking. I don't have to wear
Yeah,
this
I'm
shit.
o-
You're
I'm
not even the
over it
real
now.
dollar
It's not-
store. Everything's a fucking $1.50 in here.
It's not
I
happening
would
now.
think it $5 now. With the inflation that we have, I am dollar stores. What the hell does that mean? Dollar. Nothing.
Yeah, but nothing's a dollar,
We
right?
have a
Because
Dollar
we
Tree out
have
there.
like the pound shop in the UK, but really it's not really £1 anymore. It's 2 and 3 now.
Right.
Not
Right.
that-
No,
they
we still have
tricked us.
people driving with masks on here. So
Dude, that shit is so stupid,
Yeah.
man.
yeah,
Like-
and at the beach, there's like a whole family, and it's like, all right,
Yeah,
you do what
they're
you do.
insane. At
They're so
breakfast in the hotel,
unnecessary.
there's always one family.
Right.
Nobody-
I
saw-
went to the VA last week, and there was a guy standing outside in a area that was probably 8 acres, and he was the only person other than me, and he was wearing a mask outside. I was like,
Okay.
Dude, are you afraid of infecting yourself? What the fuck?
As long as you don't push your ideals on me, we're good. When you come, I had a guy come up to me in the store when like the masks were a thing, and he was like, did you not see the sign? And I lost it on him in the bread aisle.
I can't
But
read.
yeah, just
Dude,
When
leave
you
me
say
alone, guy.
lost it on him,
It's been 2.5 fucking years. You're still
Yeah.
scared of this shit, and
Yeah.
nowhere in the 2.5 years has anyone asked you to wear a mask in your car by your fucking self. Like you were going way above and
or
beyond this shit.
outdoors by yourself, like
Dude.
outdoors in an open field by yourself.
I saw
like,
on
my
Uber
neighbor-
where they had the guy had like cellophane dividing him, the driver from the passenger, and then he had like this, I don't know what the hell, like a tube to bring air. I don't know. It was crazy.
Dude, my neighbor gardens her front yard with a mask on. There's not even a sidewalk next to her house. She's by her fucking self. You're not gonna get, dude. Okay, I had a job interview at a zoo. Okay, and I asked the guy. I don't want to give away my opinions too much, but I asked the guy like what their stance on everything was, and basically he told me I basically turned down the job, and fuck it, I don't care. Okay, so he asked me if I'm vaccinated, and I was like, oh no, I'm not. And he goes, oh, that's too bad. And I was like, well, like what's the problem? And he's like, well, the animals can get COVID.
Wow.
I don't know how I didn't laugh in his fucking face, but like, okay, if the animals can get COVID, bro, so can you, motherfucker. Just because you're
Right.
vaccinated doesn't mean you can't spread COVID.
Right.